Welcome back to another video. Today's topic is going to be about how to expand your existing UK business, which is currently e-commerce, such as Amazon, eBay, Wayfair, Etsy, Shopify, WooCommerce, or whichever, and you want to expand to the USA. Obviously, US is a much bigger marketplace, region, and also you have a lot more potential buyers compared to the UK due to the population, and also maybe due to the popularity of your actual product and brand out there, and the possibilities are absolutely huge. So how do you actually expand now that you've made a decision? How do you expand there, and what are the things that you have to follow, and what things that you need to bear in mind or in your checklist before you actually go to the USA? If you want to know this video is for you. Let's carry on and move into the actual details. Now, before all that, first question comes into mind: can you actually do Amazon FBA from another country? Absolutely, you can. Since Amazon does most of the heavy lifting for you, such as like storing your inventory in local warehouses, shipping, packaging, and you can run an FBA business anywhere in the world from comfort of your home. They offer numerous services to help streamline the process. All you need to do is ensure your product meets marketplace requirements. If Amazon USA is the question, which it is in this video, and if you are from the UK, which I'm focusing towards, and you are definitely eligible to sell in the US market using the Amazon platform. Now, this can be achieved in multiple ways. Number one is going to be about using your existing Amazon account that you have got in the UK or Europe. You simply open the account in USA, which allows you to trade in two other countries such as like Canada and Mexico. So you could use the existing account and link it up together under the same company or same proprietary that you have got in the UK, or you could completely open a new LLC and open a new Amazon account over there with the help of a new email address, and you are the only proprietor or director, or you are the only owner, and you have to just follow the Amazon process for you to do that. So yes, it's possible. It's very simple. It's not complicated, straightforward, as long as you follow the guidelines. All right, next is decide on where and what to sell. So understand the opportunity that selling internationally on Amazon offers your business. Learn where you can sell through Amazon, what is required, including taxes and regulations, and strategic considerations for entering a new marketplace. So decide on where and what to sell. So if you're selling in the USA, now are you going to sell in multiple states of the USA, or you're targeting all of the states? So in our recommendation, you target all of the states, and I start marketing your business, because sales tax is not really a matter of worry at this stage. The reason for it is sales tax only come in place when you hit the threshold, and when you hit the threshold, it means either you're making sales in that region, or you are actually storing one or some of your products in there. That's what you meant the threshold, which is that nexus in American terms, and threshold is obviously, we use threshold in the UK quite a lot. Decide on actually which states, or is the whole country you're going to sell. Is it actually America, or is it going to be the USA, or is it going to be Canada, or is it going to be Mexico? So number one, for you to make sure your whereabouts, so you can go through the customers' cultures and attitudes and their taste for your product, right? And what to sell. Obviously, if you have an existing business, you know what to sell. You want to expand that reach of your existing clients, existing product base, through new clients in the USA, and that's what you want to sell. But if you're thinking of a new product, make sure you have all the plans and everything in place for the new products, so you know exactly what you're going to sell. Where and what to sell are very, very important in this case, since you're going to expand it, and there will be a lot of cost and a lot of setup and a lot of other things involved in terms of tax, transportation, customers, marketing, advertisement, everything really. All right. Next, in ideal case scenario, is register and list your products. So by register, what I mean, make sure to register your Amazon account and start listing your products. If you're already an Amazon seller, you would know this, and you would know that you have to get an Amazon account up and running before you start even buying or talking to your supplier. Make sure you actually get your Amazon account up and running. Once that's been approved and you have got the account, then you can start listing your products, so making sure the products are live and they work working smoothly. That's your next stage. Once you've done that, then you can move to the other stages of the actual process of the business. Ship and fulfillment is next on my list. Now, ship and fulfill, by that what I mean is that once you have registered your products, you will need to make sure that you have a process in place how you're going to actually ship your products to the warehouses and fulfill for the customers from the warehouse to the customers delivery or shipping address. Now, if you are not going to use Amazon fulfillment, you have got other options such as 3PL, third party logistics warehouses, where they would also do the same thing to Amazon, maybe a bit cheaper, but not as efficient as Amazon. Is always the case, trust me on that. All right, so what will happen is you will have to ensure that a process, or you have got through the systems that how you're going to actually ship your products from your existing suppliers to the actual warehouse, which is based in the USA. Now, is it going from the UK, or is it going from China, or is it going from Europe or Middle East? Wherever it's going from, right, you have to make sure that your logistics and everything in place that goes so you can take the products into the USA, and there is no interference or there is no massive surprises down the road. You're not prepared for it. So you need to be prepared to speak to your actual freight agencies and ask them that, look, these are the products I'm trying to ship. Is there any customs and duties or any specific rules that I need to follow for the USA customs? Obviously, getting the products in the UK, you had no issues. Now, can I expect any issues for the products while it's going in the USA? You never know. There could be issues, all right? Don't assume that there is going to be no issues. It's best to assume there's going to be some issues. Why? Because when the problem arrives, you don't want to sort it then. It's going to cost you a lot of money to store the product and hold on to that, and you might eat away all your profit by the time you actually figure out a solution for the problem. So let's sort it out before you actually move your products, right? So you have the solution in place, and what documents and what to get in place before you even start moving any products. So next stage to that is fulfillment. And now either you're going to fulfill through Amazon, or you're going to fulfill through another third-party logistics, all that you sell, through Amazon FBA or FBM. So you need to have that in place as well. If you're going to sell through Amazon FBA, again, just like logistics, you need to make sure that there is no, issue. You can speak to one of your account managers in Amazon. You usually can have an account manager, and if you don't, you can speak to, Amazon seller support, and you can send them a message. Look, this is what I'm trying to export, or sell in the USA. Is there any issue that I can face with this category, with this ASIN? Can you tell me, or guide me through something? All right, or you just have to do your online research, due diligence, making sure there is going to be no nasty surprises while you're actually starting to operate that business. It's best to know about those issues upfront, so you have a solution, you can think about it, you can make the right decision before you spend money and put time towards it. All right. Now that you've figured out the actual shipping, FBA, logistics, and all those opening accounts, doing product research and stuff, so it's important at this stage to know how you're going to manage the actual business. Because it's not all about just sending the products and listing the products on Amazon, is it? There's going to be customer service, there is going to be, returns, there is going to be local law and legislation to follow, and also there is going to be, lots of other day-to-day queries, partners queries, customers queries, and third-party queries will be coming towards yourself. How is that you're going to manage the business? You need to have a plan in place that, this is what you're going to do, A, B, C, right? You need to have a list of what you're going to do, and what you can expect while you're managing the business. So number one, it could be that you want to manage your advertisement, you need to manage your PPC campaigns, as well as you need to manage your returns, customer service, and it could be that you need to keep a credit card, for example, in place, making sure that you have it, because you might need to have a registered credit card in your name, in your billing address, which can help you to put on Amazon account for maybe any PPC campaigns, or maybe just to even verify the account. So there's quite a few things that you need to keep in place. So managing the business on a day-to-day basis is obviously as crucial as operating the business. Otherwise, how are you going to operate the business? So it's like having a boat but don't know how to sail. So what's the point? How are you going to get to the destination? You need to make sure that you have these tools or support in place. Are you going to have a customer service agent? And you should have some FAQs in place and knowledge base for your business, making sure you can tackle those. And if you are already running an existing business and you already have those in place, because in England we speak in English and USA they speak in English, so that's a massive advantage for yourself. If you already have those in place and know worries, you know what you're doing, and just bear in mind to keep the management section in place and boom, move forward with it. Last but the most important thing is tax and registration. So tax and registration is something that you need to think about before you take all the steps you talk about, all right, in this video. Now I kept it the last to make it the most interesting, because people who are flowing through this video, they get to benefit from the actual most important topic here. Tax and registration. What do you need to know and what do you need to keep in place? So number one thing, I'm going to divide into two different sections. All right, so say number one, you already have a UK limited company, and all you're doing here is expanding the UK limited company's base from UK to the USA. So in this case, what would happen is we would get you'd get treated as a UK resident to the US residents as a treaty agreement that UK and USA has between the government, saying that you will never pay a double tax if you trade in the USA with a UK limited company or UK company, for example. You will also need to comply with the actual sales tax and legislations that's in place. Obviously, customs and duties vary standard. We already know that from this video, but sales tax is one of the most important things that you need to keep in mind. Yes, Amazon takes care of the sales tax, but it does not, eliminate the necessity of you, going ahead and registering the sales tax and making sure you're paying that right amount, and that's your sole responsibility, making sure you do that. Otherwise, there are hefty fines and legal notices coming your way. Trust me, it happens. We see on a regular basis. All right, so it sounds scary, but it's best to have this in place before you think or start moving your business to the USA. So next case of scenario is that let's assume you have the UK limited company, but you want to keep it as it is, and you need to reach your brand, or take your brand forward to the USA with the same products. However, you want a new company, which is ultimately could be LLC in the USA. So LLC, what LLC are you talking about? We're talking about disregarded LLC by a non-resident, because you don't live in the USA, you live in the UK. So you would be opening an LLC that is called disregarded LLC. Now you open in Delaware, Florida, Texas, or wherever. Delaware is our super fancy spot because that benefit you get as a foreign business owner. So if you open LLC in the USA, you do get all that benefits, like you get fresh cards, business accounts, and everything. You can keep things simple for USA. In USA, keep one company for that region only, because the biggest marketplace in the world, and you would then basically leverage on the USA side of things with the USA company. You can also expand to Mexico, Canada easily, although you can with the UK, but it becomes just simply a process having that company in the USA, which is the LLC. Now LLC comes with a few more responsibilities. It's got its yearly returns, such as financial accounts and profit and loss, as well as it does have to comply with the sales tax. Sales tax is never going away. It's there regardless. Is LLC meaning that you have to pay tax in USA and UK? No. You only pay tax for your self-assessment, for your personal income in the UK. You again do not pay in the USA. There are forms and things in place that we can actually comply with to make sure that you do not pay double tax. So prepare for the tax in advance, making sure that the process and policies in place. If you need to speak to somebody, we do the whole of UK, Europe, as well as USA, all in one place, under one umbrella in terms of tax. Speak to us, guys. Make sure you make the right decision. We guide you through the right process. And if you do need the service, we are also here. All right, so click the link below to look at sterlingsglobal.com. Thank you for carrying on with the video. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips and recap the video about what you need to do and what you need to take away. Make sure your products and plans and accounts are in place. You understand the managing of the business, as well as you have logistics in place. So you speak to your actual shipping agent, making sure the customs and duties are going to go through smoothly. There won't be any hectic later on throughout the process, and you figure this out upfront. Other thing is you need to understand you have a tax specialist in place, and they take care of your full account, so they can look after the tax side of things. Next thing is you need to ensure that you comply with the patents as well as IP regulations in the USA, which is very, very strict. And do a check of your products patent and IP before you actually move your product in the USA, making sure nobody's going to put a claim on you after you've done all this work, spend all the money, put all the effort. So these are my quick tips to the video, and I would like to thank you very much for carrying out for so long. And I'm sure if you have been part of this video throughout and you benefited even 1%, that would be my success of my time, really. So, and I would totally appreciate if you press a like button or just at least subscribe if you want to see the next videos or something like that. All right, so other than that, thank you very much for staying with us, and I'd like to wish you a very nice day or evening ahead, and catch you on the next one. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye bye now.